welcome back to another video. I hope you are doing well. This intro is a little bit different to what you normally see, but we've just come for a walk this morning down to the botanical gardens. I bring Iverson down here maybe 2 or 3 times a week. It's just really nice to be outside surrounded by nature. She's just running around playing, and I thought it would be a good spot for me to intro this vlog. It's Tuesday morning. Happy Tuesday. I was meant to start this yesterday and I did record a couple of things that I'll chuck in the vlog. Book, that's right. But I didn't actually update you guys or give any information as to what I'm planning on doing this week. You can't have this. Not for little kids. What's her? Do you not want it? Okay, no worries. As you could probably tell from the title of the video, I'm just going to do a mood reading vlog for the rest of this week. I was supposed to start yesterday, but we're starting on Tuesday, and I'm going to go until Sunday. You're just going to come along with me for the week. I'll update you on the books that I am reading. At the moment, I am reading Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am on page 126. I have been tabbing and annotating it. So far, I am really enjoying this one. It is definitely giving 5-star feelings. I've already cried. I cried on page 74, so fair warning, if you get to page 74, I was very emotional. As for what this book is about, it is set in 1980 to 1984. It's dual timeline. It follows a lady named Joan and a lot of her colleagues and friends that she works with at NASA. So she's a scientist. I believe she is an astronomer. She studies the stars and space, which is really cool and very interesting. It is sciencey. It's obviously set in NASA and they're training to be astronauts and get sent up into space in the space shuttles. It's following her journey of training and making friendships and relationships with her colleagues and what they experience all together and what they go through. Because it's dual timeline, you find out what's happening currently in Joan's life, and it's quite high stakes. And because you know what's going on currently, it then flashes back to the past and you're getting all of their history, the little things that they have gone through, the training that they've done to get to the point that they're at. I am really enjoying it. I'm also learning a lot, which I really love in books. I know it's fiction obviously, but it does have a lot of accurate history and accurate representations of what these people went through to become astronauts, especially women back in the day in 1980. So it is really interesting and the writing is stunning. I am very much invested and enjoying this. It's pulling at all of my heartstrings and I'm honestly excited and terrified at the same time of where the story is going to go, but I can't wait to find out. I am very excited. It's definitely giving 5-star feelings. The second book that I am actually listening to on audio, it's on Spotify, is We Are Wolves by Katrina Nanestad, and this was on my July TBR stack of books that I picked for my TBR for July, so I'm just listening to that one because it's free on Spotify. It is middle grade, so she writes for middle grade kids historical fiction. I honestly really quite enjoy her books. I've only read one other, but I really enjoyed that one as well. She does a really beautiful job of explaining different perspectives in hardships and putting into perspective for children, especially how you can be educated and you can be raised a certain way to dislike certain things about others, about different races, about different ethnicities, different belief systems. You can be raised a certain way, and then when you come into contact with that, you can also change your mind and realize they aren't as bad as what you have been taught to believe that they are, especially in war. You know, these kids have been raised and taught to hate whoever they're fighting in the war, then they come into contact with some of those people and realize that they're just like them. And it's a really lovely lesson. Her writing is really, really good. The audiobook is quite young. Obviously, the narrator is keeping in mind that it is for middle grade kids. So the way she is reading it essentially is very flamboyant, I would say. Other than that, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really, really good. If you have middle grade children, I think these stories are great. I am 62% of the way through that one, and I think I will run out of audio hours on Spotify before I finish it, but luckily I have the physical copy at home so I can finish that as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to pick up next. Obviously this is a mood reading vlog. I do have a couple of books in mind, but I will discuss those with you once we get there. Might be too much.
But I know my Father is a good man. God, oh, and alone. Better when I'm older. I'll be alive. I cut the rope and
Just after 9 a.m. on Friday. It's Friday morning today. It's Friday today. I have just been to the gym and I'm doing my CPR course this morning. It starts at 10:30. So I've just come to a coffee shop close to the gym that I go to. I'm going to probably have a coffee, have some breakfast, and sit down and read for a little bit. So I thought that I would update you guys on where I'm at with the books that I'm reading. You would have seen some footage of me crying and bawling my eyes out reading Atmosphere. So I did end up finishing that. And I really want to go in depth and talk about that significantly, so I'm going to wait until the end of this video to actually sit down and discuss that and talk ratings and stuff like that. But I have finished We Are Wolves by Katrina Nanestad, and I finished Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I'm now moving on to my next reads for the rest of this vlog. I still have a couple of days of vlogging left, so I'm going to keep going until Sunday. I'm not sure if I will get the book that I'm starting done, but hopefully I get enough of the way through that I can give you my initial thoughts and then maybe update you guys in the next reading vlog on how that one goes. What I'm currently reading is The Answer Is No by Frederick Buckman. Look at my little sunny angel. So cute. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'm reading The Answer Is No, and this is just a short story. It's only 67 pages, and I started reading it yesterday, and I really wanted to read it. I really wanted to finish it because yesterday was the 31st of the month, so I was trying to finish it so that I could add it to my reads for that month, but I fell asleep on the couch. So I didn't end up finishing this. Hopefully I will finish it today and we'll kick August off with a bang, I guess. It's only 67 pages. I am really quite enjoying it so far. I think I'm only like 17 pages into it, but it's quite funny and it just follows a man, very much a loner. He doesn't go out, he doesn't have friends, he doesn't have relatives, he doesn't want to talk to anybody, he really doesn't like people, and he just doesn't want anyone to bother him. So he just plays video games, orders takeout, and lives his life in his apartment. He works from home, so he's just living his best life. All these funny things keep happening to him to disrupt his peace. I'm only just at the start, so I'm waiting to see how it goes, but I'm assuming he's gonna start making some connections and realize that some people aren't so bad. But it is really funny, and of course I love Frederick Buckman's writing. It's just so good. Then I brought with me Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. This is the second book in the Farseer trilogy, and I am buddy reading this with a couple of my friends that I met through the internet. We are going to be buddy reading this for the month of August. So I'm going to start this, hopefully get a little bit of the way through it and give you my initial thoughts, and we'll see how we go. I'm really excited to read this, and I'm really glad that I'm buddy reading it because I don't think I would have picked it up otherwise. I found the first book in the trilogy, not that I wasn't excited about it and not that I didn't like it. I really enjoyed the story. I gave it 4 stars. I just struggled with the slow pacing of it because it is lots of world building, lots of character development, and you're following the young boy. I can't remember his name. Fitz. You're following Fitz from when he is really young. I think the book starts when he's like 6. So it's just a very slow build up till you get to when he's like a young adult. And then from there, the story carries on. But I think this one is going to be really good. So I'm excited and I can't wait to talk to the girls about it. I'm just going to jump out of the car, go grab my coffee and my breakfast and sit down and start reading. Good morning. Please ignore the mess in the background. I'm just about to make the bed and take out the washing and stuff and do all of that. We're just getting ready. It is Sunday morning. It's 7:04. We're just getting ready to go down and do our usual walk on the Strand. That's usually what we do every Sunday morning. It's really, really nice. Today is going to be super busy because there's a running festival on. I'm sorry if you can hear Jared and Ivy in the background. They're just making breakfast. A couple of my friends from the gym are running in the festival, so we're going to go check that out, say hello to them, grab a coffee, go for a walk, and it should be a really lovely morning. I'm just getting ready. I've never done a fit check before, but crop top is Muscle Republic, tights are Muscle Republic. I've got my New Balances on. I'm just going to wear
Are you talking to someone?
yes.
Good.
My camera. I'm just going to wear my activewear jacket. I just got this from Kmart. Trusty Nike hoodie. I am going to make the bed, finish getting ready, take the laundry downstairs and put on a load of washing, and then we should be good to go. I hope it's not too echoey. I thought now would be a good opportunity for me to chat about the books that we've read in this vlog and wrap everything up. I've just come out to the shed to give everybody a bit of space, give myself some quiet space so that I can chat freely. We just got home from our walk along the Strand and we ended up going to a coffee shop and grabbing some breakfast and having coffee with a couple of friends. So that was really, really nice. Because we're not really doing anything for the rest of the day, I'm just doing boring stuff like washing and organising things for the week, getting everything ready. So I thought now would be a good time as any. A good time as any? Is that the saying? A good a time as any? Anyway, let's just move on from that stroke that I just had. Starting off with We Are Wolves by Katrina Nanestad. I don't know why I struggle to say that so much. Katrina Nanestad. Now I need to get up my Goodreads so I can remember what I rated everything. I gave this 3.5 stars. I really quite enjoyed it. I did listen to majority of it as an audiobook on Spotify and then switched over to probably the last 50-ish pages when I ran out of audio hours. It's middle grade, so it is written for a younger audience. It is written for kids, but I did still quite enjoy this. The audiobook is portrayed as a way that it's for kids, okay? So it definitely gives off that vibe, but still has a really impactful message and an impactful story. It follows kids that went through World War II. Their last name is Wolf, so that's why it's called We Are Wolves. But it does follow the story of children who did go through World War II and were running away, basically, and didn't have parents, didn't have family with them, and they just survived off what they could in the woods, stealing, gathering things from other people's properties that had been deserted, houses that had been deserted, hiding, trying to run away from Russians, and what children went through in World War II. And I think it is really impactful. I do love Katrina's writing and her historical fictions for young children. 3.5 stars, really enjoyed. The next book that we read in this reading vlog is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Where do I begin with this story? I don't know if I am the right person to be able to use the English language to explain to you how good I think this book is and how much it impacted me. This genuinely changed my life. I could not recommend this book more. This just flew to the top of my best books I've ever read list, okay? Perfection. It is and 32 pages of absolute perfection. This is so interesting. The characters are immaculate. The storyline is immaculate. It is so beautifully written. I highlighted so much. Look at these tabs. Except for like the last 40 pages because I was crying too much and I couldn't tab anything, which you would have seen in this vlog. I was just bawling my eyes out. It is so emotional. I was so connected to the characters. I just loved every single minute of this. I thought at the beginning of the book that because it's... Calm down. Let me gather my thoughts. When I first started reading this, I thought I was going to be not smart enough for it. I thought that it was going to be way too sciencey and kind of just go over my head because it does talk about NASA and science and astronomy, astrology, the stars, the moon, space, all of that stuff. But now he's distracted me and I've lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that? It does discuss all of that, but it was not in a way that I didn't understand at all. Like, I felt it was easy to understand, it was easy to grasp all of these interesting and intricate topics that Taylor Jenkins Reid was speaking about. Follows a lady named Joan, and she applies to go to NASA to train to become an astronaut. She wants to go to space. That is her dream, to go to space and be an astronaut and see the stars and see the moon and see Earth from space. That is what she does, and the book essentially follows her journey of training to become an astronaut, all the things that she has to go through to become an astronaut. Not only that, but also everything she has to go through to become an astronaut as a woman, because this is set in the 1980s, so it is a time when being an astronaut was dominated by men and run by men. So it is following her journey of overcoming all those obstacles that come along with that and being in that setting. And then it also follows the journey of her growing into herself, becoming who she's meant to be, understanding herself more, understanding what her wants and needs and her dreams, and striving to become that person. The character growth in this, the connections, the relationships, the found family, I just loved this so much. I was so deeply connected to the characters and to the story that I felt as though they were real people. I felt as though I was there with them. I was going through this with them. My heart was breaking with them. It is just perfect. I have nothing bad to say about this book. I think this book deserves awards. If you didn't know, romance books don't win awards, because the genre is biased towards women. So romance doesn't win awards, but this deserves awards. I also love the cover, my annotations in this. There is one. This could be very, very niche. Let me just find it first. Okay, this annotation here. So this one, it goes all the way down this page. Both of these pages, this page, and then down this page. And it could be really, really niche of me, but that whole section is talking about whether or not the characters in the book believe in God and what their version of God or a greater, higher power, a spirit, whatever. It's their version of what God is to them. And I don't know what it is about discussing God, but I really love that in books. I love when authors give me a different perspective or a different take on what the meaning of God is and what that can be to different people. And I love when their characters are expressing their own perspective, because that's not necessarily the author's perspective, but they're giving the character's perspective and what they think their character would believe. And I really love that, the topic of God and what characters believe in and their perspective of God in books. So I thought that was really interesting, and I just wanted to add that in there. That's my 2 cents on that topic. I don't think I told you a rating, but I give this 6 freaking stars. 6 stars. It's just better than 5. I can't give it 5. It's 6 stars. It is so, so, so good. Moving on, I will just pop a picture up because I returned it to Kindle Unlimited. So it's not downloaded on my Kindle anymore, but I read The Answer Is No by Frederick Bachman, which is just a short story of his. It's only 67 pages and I gave it 3 stars. I honestly could probably have rated it higher, but because it's just a short story and it was really quick and easy to read, I didn't think it was necessary to rate it any higher. The writing was great. The story was funny. And I just adore everything that Frederick Bachman writes. All of his books are on my list of to be read. I've only read the Beartown trilogy, My Friends, and now The Answer Is No. So I haven't read many of his books, but they are all on my list because I just love his writing. I could annotate every single page in his books. He has such a unique view of the world and a unique way of explaining what's going on in general life. He doesn't talk about, it's not a fantasy world. He just talks about real life and what real people go through and what they do. And he just has such a magical, unique way of explaining the world. And I love it. I love his writing. So that is the 3 books in this reading vlog that I actually finished. Then I have started reading Royal Assassin. I'm buddy reading this with a couple of my friends and I am only on page. I also downloaded it on my Kindle, so I have been reading it on this because I just find the format of the Kindle easier to tackle when it's such a ginormous book and the writing looks like that. I'm on page 62, so I've only read this far in the book. I will give you my initial thoughts and then I think I will start a new reading vlog and hopefully finish this in that reading vlog and update you guys in the next one. For my initial thoughts of the book, I think I'm really going to like Royal Assassin. I think I'm going to like it way better than Assassin's Apprentice, which is the first book, and I did rate Assassin's Apprentice 4 stars, so already quite high and did really enjoy that book. I definitely think I'm going to like Royal Assassin a lot more. As for what, just so I don't give spoilers, but as for what Assassin's Apprentice is about, the first book, you're following a boy, his name is Fitz, and you're following him from a very young age. I think it starts at 6, if I can remember correctly. It was a while ago that I read the book. You're following him as a young boy and he actually grows up as a stable boy in a castle in a kingdom because he is the bastard child of the prince. The prince? I believe his dad was supposed to be the king, but the title got removed from him because of his child Fitz, who he had with another woman, okay? It's following his journey. He gets to live in the castle, but he's a stable boy. And then he gets chosen from, I can't remember if it was the king or if it was someone else. But anyway, he gets chosen to become a royal assassin. He goes into training to become an assassin, and his teacher is showing him all these unique ways that you can people, very subtle ways, putting something in their drink, putting something in their food, that sort of stuff. Very subtle, don't let them know that it's you, just kind of sneaky information. So he goes into training for that and he is becoming an assassin. He's also growing up in the castle and he's becoming a man in that situation. He's growing into himself, realizing that all these expectations and duties are upon him, being a royal and playing this role, I guess. He also has magical abilities. So he has something called the skill and then he has something called the wit. So the skill is able to speak to people and go inside other people's brains, basically. So he can see what they're seeing and experience what they're experiencing without actually being near them or being with them. So you can do this across large distances within the world. And then he has something that's called the wit, which he's had since he was a young child, and that has come very, very naturally to him. And the wit is being able to go into the minds of animals. So he had a dog when he was young, and basically him and the dog could communicate silently. something about the wit, if you spend too much time in the brain of, say, a dog or a horse or something like that, you kind of turn into the animal yourself. Like, you forget how to be a person in the real world and communicating and all of that sort of stuff. So the wit is very frowned upon. You're not supposed to use it. You're not supposed to have it. And basically he goes on all these missions, these assassinations. You're following him on that journey, and he grows into himself and is becoming a man and trying to figure out what is right and wrong. So I did really, really enjoy that. I love the aspect of being in other people's brains, and the way that Robin Hobb writes, you don't always know if you're in someone else's brain or what's going on. Like, it kind of takes you a couple minutes to actually figure out where you were, if it was accurate, if someone was using them with the skill or if they were using someone else's with the skill. Like, it's very, you kind of have to use your brain and figure it out, but it is a very interesting story and great world building. I absolutely loved it. I can already tell that I'm going to really like this one because it picks up straight from where you left off in the first book. I also really appreciate the first chapter or two is literally a summary of what happened in the first one. So that helped me a lot because it had been a while since I'd read the first one and I was not super familiar with all the characters and who they were and what they were doing, but it gave you a summary at the start. So straight away I was like, oh yes, I remember what happened. I remember where we're at, what's going on. I can already tell and feel where the plot is going, what is going to happen with Fitz. Like, not exactly what's going to happen with him, but I can see where Robin Hobb is going with the story. I'm really excited. I think this one is going to be really good. So I'm excited, and I'm glad that I'm buddy reading this because I actually have people I can talk to about it in real time, which is always something that I'm looking for because not a lot of my close friends read as much as I do, so I don't always have someone to talk to about it. So I'm very excited for this one, and I will update you how it goes in the next vlog. That is it for our mood reading vlog this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this. It takes me a while to get through books these days because I'm just very busy being a mum and being a wife and working, doing all of the things that you have to do. So I'm very impressed and surprised by this. So I'm super happy with this stack. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If you enjoy my videos and my content, please subscribe to my channel and come on this journey with me. I'm having a lot of fun. I love connecting with you guys and making new friends. It is really exciting for me. I love talking about books, and this is something that I do just for myself. So it is a fun little hobby for me, but it's also quickly becoming such a wonderful part of my day, getting to sit down and speak to you guys and chat about books, because I really do love talking about books and being in hundreds of different worlds and being different people every single day. It is really special for me, and I appreciate all of the support and all of the love. It is definitely keeping me motivated to keep going and pushing myself to go further and further with this. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.